Hi guys, Henry Horror here. With me always is the punk rock brother man, Mr. Johnny Noise.
Hey, Henry. Hey, Nurse Channel, we got a really cool show. We want to get this particular gentleman on for quite a while. Um, I'll let Henry do the introductions, and we'll start off. Go ahead, Henry.
All right, we are honored to have with us tonight Mr. Alabama Sharp from the Go Go Killers. How you doing, sir?
I'm great. How are y'all? We're here to
Good.
take care of business tonight. I
Take
ain't got
care
no
of business.
fireball. I wish I could share it with you, but I figured I gotta bust something open. So
Oh
we're
man,
here to hang out with y'all.
Right on.
I, I, I forgot my Elvis coffee mug. I should have got that out.
I
So
ran into that at a fucking gas station, and I was like, "What the fuck? I gotta get that."
you got to get that.
Yeah. So, just, so I'm gonna sip on
Wow.
it some while we're talking, man.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. Well, good seeing you, man. I think the last time was at the Halloween show. I came out and saw you guys and talked a little bit, which was pretty killer. And Henry's got a few questions, and we'll chat back and forth and see where the bus ride takes us.
Alrighty, let's roll.
Alrighty. So, who are some of your influences when you're getting started with the Go Go Killers?
With the Go-Go Killers? Well, with the Go-Go Killers in particular, I would pretty much been finished with music or live music, in my opinion, anyway. And well, really, kind of what happened was when Lux Interior passed away with the Cramps. I mean, I just
Yeah.
believe it or not, I just it was one of those deals where your heroes pass away, and you didn't realize that people like that could ever pass away. I mean, it's sometimes it's been a while back since that happened, but literally, I don't know, man. It just hit me really hard. I mean, I never imagined that there'd be a world that didn't have the Cramps in it, or I couldn't see them live, and I'd always kind of had that side of what I wanted to do musically, but I never ventured into it because I didn't see that there was a reason for it. But once he was gone, and then I had some people keep bugging me about being in bands, I was like, well, all right, well, there's one thing that I'll do, and that's it. And that's just the total B movie rock and roll, just out of control shit. And that was the only thing I was interested in doing. So, and I'm trying to think, it's probably 3 or 4 years maybe from when he passed before we actually played or did anything. I think I spent the first 2 years of just going back and absorbing all the very, very old music that inspired them. I mean, I was already a massive horror movie fan, B movie fan, which most of us are. You probably can imagine as well. And kind of when I was a kid, I guess 20s. It was kind of like the Misfits were like the horror band that was more like the hardcore punk, and then you had the Cramps were just this weirdo thing over here off on the side that was just there are these two sides of the same coin. But so anyway, I always liked them both an awful lot. So anyhow, after that happened and I had time to absorb it and just understand what I wanted to do and how to present it all and put it together, just went about doing it. We started out with just a guitar and a drummer and me doing vocals, and we picked up James on bass really, really quick, and he's been with us ever since. And we've kind of had some members, kind of come and go, which can be typical of bands that's been around for 10 plus years. So we've had several drummers. We've got Ben's playing bass, stand up bass with us now.
Yeah, yeah.
We've been fortunate that we've dealt with really good people. So whenever we wanted to venture out and do other things, it hasn't been any problem or any trouble to find people that understand what we're doing that want to do it. So it's been fun. But that's kind of a roundabout way of where it came from. But I had the whole thing, every bit of it pictured in my brain exactly what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, and really hadn't changed all that much.
Yeah.
Maybe we've gotten better at it. I don't know. Maybe we've got worse.
Well, you got a good group of musicians up there. I mean, Travis is solid for sure.
Mhm. Yeah,
Uh,
really.
Ben's a good bass player, reliable guy. Everybody got to be stand up guys. You know what I mean? You don't have any people that are so which is good. And I got to say that the times that I've seen you guys play, it's you are like in my opinion, you know, you are not only a musician but you're a performer. There's people that can really bring it, and that they're not performers. and you attack it from both angles. You got your music, which is really good, but then you're very much, come alive on stage. You're very good at working the crowd. And Henry, if you ever seen these guys, I mean, this is like, right, he gets, whether you want to or not, you're drawn into the whole show, and next thing you know, the mic's coming at you, and you just go. But you have that knack, I think, of involving everyone in the experience of the Go-Go Killers, not just sitting back going, okay, well, that's a good band. No, you better get up and get busy, So I have to say that's part of the experience of going to see you guys is, you don't just listen to the music, you experience the band. So I have to, hats off on that one, because it's pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff on YouTube. I believe one was when y'all played the Mars Music Hall last year in February, I think it was. And yeah, you move around on stage and you get the crowd, you incite the crowd,
Oh yeah.
And then I've seen some other footage where the place maybe isn't as big, the stage is like maybe yay big, but you're out there stirring around in the crowd, and you're doing like audience participation, and you're saying stuff, and they're saying things back, so that's pretty commendable. I mean, that's being a showman, that's being a front man right there to like the nth degree, man, and it's very entertaining, very, very, very entertaining.
Literally, we just want everybody to have fun. I mean, the world sucks enough. It's tough enough as it is. I kind of look at it the minute we start playing, that shit's over with. You're right now, you're in the palm of our hand. You're in our world for just this little period of time.
Right.
We don't want nobody fucking with nobody. We're all a bunch of misfits. We don't fit in. We don't belong. Let's have fun, man. Let's just raise hell, fuck the world, and let's let it all out. I mean, I'm not gonna look at it in a way to try to intimidate anybody, because you can tell some people they just don't want.
No, I know. Yeah.
But at the same time, I like thinking, hey, if you ever want to have fun, this is it. I mean, I'm not gonna try to make you, but I mean, I just look at it. The show should be fun. I mean, it shouldn't be predictable from start to finish. If there's not a little bit of danger of being out of control, I mean, blah, whatever. Everybody's seen that a million times. It's boring. So I'd rather just go out there and raise hell, I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's kind of our thing.
Yeah, and I think another thing about what you guys bring is you look like everybody's kind of dressed a certain way. You look like a band. You're not a bunch of guys out there in blue jeans and a Who Farted t-shirt. Everybody's a certain way. You have your vision of what you want this whole project to look like, and how do you present this thing? How do you present yourself? And that makes you guys, I think, stand out. Where and I get it, and I tried to explain that to some other folks. Hey, you have to bring something to this. I'm not saying you have to look exact, but there has to be a theme to what you're going to do when you hit that stage. And that's one thing I think that big advantage that you guys have over some other people that that perform is you have a vision, and this is what we're going to do, and so and it just and it shows. It shows when you're on stage, for sure. It definitely is noticeable that this is how you want to present the band. This is what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate it. That was the plan too from the very beginning. I knew how I wanted it to look. I mean, I just kind of figured that the whole thing, just we're from the South, just the old-fashioned, the way people looked in the old days. I looked at kind of what we're doing as timeless music. It's not something that's supposed to be at any certain era. So I think that kind of suited it really well. And plus, the minute that we come in, if people haven't seen us, they don't know what we're doing or what we're gonna do or what the fuck think we're doing. So it basically gives them a clean slate to go, oh, fuck, this is going to be. So then you can prove it to them. Well, y'all going to have fun, or what do you want to do? I mean, we're going to fucking raise hell. But if we were to come in, like you said, with the hey, who farted shirts or just whatever, people have already made up their minds what you're going to do before you've done it,
Right.
and they're probably right most of the time, you know. And so I just try
Yeah.
to take that away from them. It's like, nah, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do, but it ain't gonna be something that you're gonna see every day. You know, what I mean, it doesn't mean you're gonna like it. You may hate it, but you know, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be real. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. That's that's for sure. But Henry, let me kick it back to you. I'm sure you got another question to throw out there.
Yeah. Um, you guys have a YouTube channel with a couple of some videos that look like they've been. I mean, they look like they have really really good production value. But how long does it take to do? On average, about how long does it take for y'all to do some of y'all's videos, like Mad Dog?
Mad Dog. Well, that particular one, there were some folks that do like a lot of underground horror and stuff that are in Alabama, more in the central part of the state. They came to us and Tara wanted to do a video. She'd never done a music video before, so she just kind of picked us, and then we talked about the song and that song. Let's see, Mad Dog Click. That was kind of based on a movie, so she kind of used the movie. I'll probably look over here on my shelf and find it real quick for you. But I mean, a lot of my stuff is either B movies that I've made up in my own mind, or they're kind of loosely based on movies some of us probably even seen. But so we didn't have. I mean, we were in it a lot, obviously, but Tara had a lot to do with that because she had her own vision of what she wanted to do, and it fit with what we were doing perfectly. So that one was a little bit unique. Some of them we pay people to film us. A lot of it we edited ourselves. A lot of it I edited, just to be honest. I mean, you know, it's not that hard. I mean, I'm not like we're going to look like a Hollywood movie, but as far as like getting across the message that I think that we want to do, it's, you know, it's not that difficult. We've had a guy that's our buddy from a long time, Brandon Walkers, that's out in California for some time now. He's done some of our videos for us. They're all great. He's done a lot of our album artwork from the very beginning, where it's reached the point where if I'm working on anything that's that important, like, you know, album cover or something, I'll usually give it to him or Kevin or somebody and just say, hey, here's what I've got so far. You can make it look more professional. I got a really cool trashy thing right here, but you might make it look where it's, you know, it's a little bit like it belongs in a store maybe, but we just, it's kind of how it is when you're in underground music. You find people that latch onto what you're doing, even if it's for a minute, and you all like the same stuff. So it's like, yeah, I can do this and you can do that, and people just kind of want to help, and you're blessed, you know, if that happens. You know, we're also, like in a lot of others, do it yourself. Like, we don't sit around and wait for anybody to call or send stuff to people. Hey, will you make a video or whatever? We just sit down and go, hey, let's make a video this week. We're working on one right now that I think will be pretty cool, that I've been fiddling with for a month or two. But so we just, you know, whatever we think that we want to do, that's just going to be, you know, part of the catalog at the end of the day. I mean, music, I mean, it's almost like in some ways nowadays, the stuff that you're recording, the songs, you know, you want to record them, people listen to them, but that's not the same thing at all. Like Johnny mentioned, seeing them live, that's an entirely different thing. In a lot of ways, all that you're doing when you're recording them, where somebody can hear them, or at least if they want to be familiar with them, they can, or they can see bits and pieces of a video. Literally all that's really doing is it's just to indoctrinate you. So if you come see it, us play live, you'll kind of know, well, this is not going to just be like whatever else. This is going to be its own little world, and it's, you know, it's hopefully it'll put a smile on your face. You know, you'll have fun, and then you go back to the shitty world next day.
Next day,
I did something pretty cool that night. Yeah. So I kind of look at it too. If you're not creating shit, what are you doing? You know, I mean, I just why bother?
Right.
You know.
Right. Exactly. You know. Right. If you don't leave a Go-Go Killer show halfway hoarse from screaming, then you weren't having a good time, and I can contest to that. So, but yeah, so, you know, and there's so many things you can do video wise too. I have a few programs that I use even for this for our podcast, and you know, and it's not that difficult. I'm not a tech guy. I'm an old school, you know, but it's just dumbed down enough for a guy like me to go in there and click a few buttons and make it kind of something, you know. Anything more technical, I couldn't do it. So
yeah, literally, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because, you know, I mean, it ain't my thing. I look at it and go, I gotta kind of know what I want to see in my head, and like click, click, click.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not gonna like I said, it's not gonna be in a Marvel movie, but or Disney, but it's gonna
yeah,
be fun for what I want to do, you know.
yeah, yeah. So you're I know where you rehearse. So are you recording at SMC as well?
Yeah,
Do some
yeah,
recordings or okay?
yeah. Like we've done quite a few, albums. Normally, each one of them begins with some form of a concept of something, and
Hmm.
so that's kind of where we're at with this one.
Okay.
Haven't quite come up with what I wanted the name for it to be yet. So I've got a bunch of ideas bouncing. Usually already have a name and have every inch of it pieced together. But we've already had a bunch of songs we've been playing live, and I kind of look at it as yeah, it's fun to play new songs live. But at the same time, if people already have things they want to hear that they've heard, I kind of try to. It's a balance, you know what I mean. You want to make sure that if they want to hear, Planet Fuck or 15 Years or whatever, that you're not, bumping them out for songs they can't even go and listen to on Spotify or wherever.
Hmm.
So we really needed to go in and get a lot of these recorded because they're just too good of songs to not be in the sets most of the time. So we've done. I've got to go back in and do the vocals, but we've done a good chunk of them already, at least the first batch of them. And we're not through. I mean, I look at it as I don't know, man. Like you and I, we kind of grew up in the same era where you listen to stuff in the '70s where it was just the albums. Band put out an album every year,
Hmm.
and the whole idea of just of working all the time, working on music, working on songs, writing songs, working on them. I mean, to me, that's part of the fun of it,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
so I enjoy that. And then the next thing is when you've got all these bits and pieces, they're like building blocks. Well, how can I piece them together to make this the funnest thing if somebody sits down and listens to it? Where it's the world that we create, how's it all work? Is it gonna be from start to finish something they're gonna go, that was pretty cool, So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I look at, what I'm trying to do with it all. And we're probably not quite halfway there. We've got the first batch of songs ready to roll, but we've got a few more that I've kind of written. We just got to sit down and play them enough to where they're ready to be recorded. We don't want to just,
Right.
play them 4 or 5 times. Let's record them. I mean, we do that shit sometimes too.
Well, yeah,
It's just
yeah.
for the most fun studios, but I want this album to be, I want it to be a little bit different in ways. I mean, I want it to sound, not that there's anything wrong with anything we've ever done. I want it to just sound a little bit different, a little bit more professional in some ways. I mean, we're always going to be a bunch of trashy ass music stuff for what we're doing, but I just, I have a little vision in my head of what I want this one to sound like, and I think we're in the right people in the right hands, and we're in the right direction to get every bit of that done.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Now, when it comes down to, I'm assuming you write all the material and then present it to the band, or is it a collaborative thing or
No, it's collaborative. I mean,
collaborative? Okay,
I really don't want to write everything. I mean,
I got
I don't
you.
even look at myself as a musician. I just look at music as a tool or any form of art. You're just using something to push it on somebody to get some type of an effect out of them or get them to think this or think that or think differently or whatever.
Mhm.
So I don't want to sit and, write every single thing. Normally what we've done is very collaborative. Let's see, in the past, like James, who's playing guitar now, he played bass with us for years. He wrote a zillion of the riffs. I mean, he would write bits and pieces of riffs, and hang on, let's record that, let's play that again. And we would just start shuffling around, and I would already have just pages and pages of lyrics or stuff that I wanted to use, and I would know different rhythms that I needed for certain things, and
Yeah,
we just all push them together. So, I mean, I'm already getting, songwriting credit on all of them just for writing the lyrics. If anything else, I want everybody to participate, have fun. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
you probably
yeah,
realize this from years and years of being in bands. You're only as good as your weakest link.
right,
So if you're in a band and everybody's really popping and popping, this one person sitting over here and they don't feel like they're contributing, they think everybody else is getting all the attention and they're not bothered, they're going to quit. So eventually you're always, that weakest link's always going to bother you, hurt you. So what I try to look at is I don't want no weak links. I want to deal with the best people and I want them to be happy and I want them to get to express themselves in the context of what we're doing. It can be a challenge because you're balancing people, but
yeah,
that's
yeah,
to me that's only fair. They're like when you're mentioning, well, one time a week we're going to come practice. So if they're spending this time doing all this stuff, and then they feel like, hey, I'm getting gypped somewhere, I'm not getting my fair share out of it. That's not right. Just not right for. I don't want them to feel that way. But I mean, you can kind of see that if you can avoid that and have everybody work together, everybody pitching in, then everybody has ownership, and then everybody theoretically is going to be a lot happier with the outcome and part of it. And I don't want all that on my shoulders. I mean, I might be the front person, but I'm not the only person in the band.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's like I know exactly what's going on behind me all the time.
Yeah.
And if it don't work, the whole thing falls apart. I mean, like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of that when we play.
Yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge for sure.
Yeah, you're right.
It is. It is. But Henry, you have another question you got loaded up?
Yes.
I might ramble. About me.
I have read somewhere that you described the Go-Go Killers music as wreck and roll. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah. When we were starting, I just looked at it like, well, what genre is this? What are people going to call any of it? Like, I wanted to eliminate some of that right away. I didn't want to be called a punk band. I didn't want to be called a psychobilly band, a garage band, or just, there's elements of a lot of things in what we're doing. So instead of that, I said, we're just going to stay right up front that what we are, we play wreck and roll. It's train wreck music. So, that's where the wreck comes from. It's like, it literally should be something where you're going to look back and go, oh, did somebody get killed over there? I mean, what's going on? I mean, it's wreck and roll. And so that's kind of where that came from. And it ain't like we're trying to, own the term or anything, but I don't know that you even could. But that's where that came from. I just looked at like what we're doing is literally going to be is a circus coming to town? Is it a wreck? Is carnival going over here? Is it a freak show? I mean, what the fuck's going on? We had people come a lot when we first played, just before Johnny got to. They were like, I don't even know what the fuck this is. Like, what do you call this? Which is me like, yes. That's exactly what I was hoping to hear. So it's good. But that's where that comes from, and I don't see changing that. I mean, to me, it's like just kind of like we talked about the way you look sometimes. I don't want to be pigeonholed into anything. I mean, I would rather realize that there's all these different ingredients that you can pull out, and just make something cool out of it. I mean, like a good gumbo's got a lot of stuff in it. A good chili does. I mean, I don't want to make something that is just a steak. It's a great steak, but it's always a steak. I want to have all kinds of, I would like to be able to do what I want to do with it. It's going to still be within parameters of the Go-Go Killers, but it's, it's not going to be some generic thing that the minute that you see us or hear us, you're already going to go, yeah, I know what that is. And then you move on.
Yeah.
Most people go, 5 seconds? I mean, even us, 5-10 seconds. Tend to span on listen to music, and that's it. So if it don't catch us, I know what that is.
Right.
Anyway.
So you
that's where it came from.
You earlier on when I kind of first saw you guys, you had some kind of a effects thing on your voice that you were kind of fooling with. So is that something that you commonly do, or?
Well, where some of that came from was a lot of people run into this. So you're singing, and then you got some guy that you don't know that's over on the PAs playing with fucking knobs and shit, and you just want to go there and smash his fucking head in. So like what I did when this band started, is I'm singing through a guitar amp. I was using like a little bullet microphone, and so I even had my own pedal board. I'm basically using a chorus pedal and a modulator, a few things where I can just step on them, and it can make my voice sound like whatever I want it to. But it is a lot of trouble lugging all that around. Like I got a big ass fucking amp, and I got it's like the gear alone's pretty expensive, and we play at some places where it's been drenched in beer many times. Some of it, I'm surprised it even works. So literally at this point, it just depends on where we're playing and if I know the sound person or not. If it's somebody that I don't know and it's too important, and I'm lugging the shit with me, and I'm just telling them, you just put a fucking microphone on this amplifier, and then you just go clean. That's all you do. But if it's people that I know that I've dealt with a lot, then I'm not gonna go that much trouble. I just tell them, well, here's how you do this here, and then let it be. I mean, we were playing one place one time, and I don't know what the fuck happened, but this dude that was doing the sound got up, and I looked over, and somebody had basically just put my voice on echo, maybe to 10, and it's in the middle of a song, and I just like, I'm gonna go kill this motherfucker right we're playing. I just went over there to him like, what the fuck are you doing? Just stopped the song, like, we're fucking done, man. So I mean, that's the kind of stuff you're trying to avoid. And then the sound guy comes running back. It's like, no, we're done. So I mean, that's kind of where that comes from. Plus, I just like noise, man. I like noise, I like feedback. I just like fucked up shit. I mean, I like some folks say, I can't understand the word you're saying. I can't understand. I don't really care, man. I mean, it's not like it's a book, you ain't gotta have to read it. I just look at it as it's in the moment. It's real, like there's probably lots of bands that all of us have listened to. We never knew exactly what they were saying, a lot of the words, but we knew it's fucking real. I mean, early Jesus Lizard or just so much stuff, man. I didn't know exactly what the words were. I didn't care, man. It was rock and roll, man. They were raising hell. I mean, that's where it is in my mind, Like I'm not concerned at all that anybody doesn't know exactly what some of the lyrics are. Like, you can always ask, man. You can make it up.
Make it up as you go.
Better than what I'm doing.
Yeah. It's always it can get interesting at some of the venues in Huntsville. We've had some wacky stuff happen, ourselves, and it's like, what the fuck just happened? I mean,
Real.
so you just never know. People grabbing microphones, or it gets, of course, a little alcohol involved with the crowd there, and they get juiced up, and you got them spooled up. And next thing you know, someone's jumping on your back or something. And we have some pretty crazy stuff, and I'm sure you've more than experienced a lot of that stuff too. It's all part of it, I guess.
Yeah, it's all fun. That's just part of the fun. Not knowing what's going to happen, and as long as it's not I mean, I've been clocked before on stage. It wasn't nothing malicious about it. I was just somebody swinging around, pow. So that's just no big deal. Just having fun. As long as everybody's having a good time, I don't really care. Help each other out. And tomorrow's gonna suck again probably. So just don't let that be what's going on right now. This is our time. For a little bit. This is our time.
Oh my God.
So fuck the world. Let's have fun.
Let's go. Yeah. It's crazy. Henry, I'm gonna kick it back to you, brother.
All right. That's what I was going to go to with my next question was, you guys have been around for a while, so do you have any kind of more memorable shows that stand out from other shows? Like as far as crazy things happening on stage or things of that nature?
Fuck, man, I'd really have to think about it a minute. Well, I mean, to me, in all honesty, like you may have saw whatever that show was. Like we played some bigger places, we played some little places. To be honest, I'd rather play a dive bar any day of the week with no stage. And if it's 10 people or 50 people and you're just squished together 100, to me that's the funnest show that you can possibly have. I mean, because at that point, people have really chosen. They're always chosen to take time out of their life to come to do whatever, come see you. But if it's that level, these are people that are just hardcore fucked up and don't fit in the world, and I don't either. And that's literally the people that I'm trying to reach. I don't give a shit about. No, I don't say it that way. But like the majority of people that have so many other things that they can cling on to and that is out there for them, that's great. That's not me. And for the most part, the people that I know that I know personally, that's not any of us. We're just fuck ups. So you get a whole bunch of fuck ups together and everybody's just getting fucked up, drunk and raising hell. And that's the best shows in the world. I mean, and I would rather do that, have no stage and just, who knows what's going to happen. I mean, I've been picked up many times and just been on top of stages, on the floor, rolling around, about everything you can imagine. People crawling on top of me. I mean, it's just, but that's fun. I mean, because that's real. Because nobody knew any of that was going to happen when it started. We're just like, let's just fucking raise hell and just, bang and go. I mean, so that's to me is what's best. We don't get to do enough of that anymore. I mean, we don't play live nearly as much as we used to either. It's kind of reached the point where we've played so much that unless it's something that's, I don't know, not like you're any big deal. We say we want to play stuff that's a little bit more elevated, so that it would maybe can help us to do more things, later on, if that's even possible. Same time, if it's a good local show that's just going to be fucking out of control and fucked up, then we'll do that. That's the most fun shows there are,
Yeah.
If that kind of answers your question.
Yes,
we're usually pretty fucked up when we play. The whole idea of the performers where they're like, everybody's got to be nice and kind and gentle and sober. Like, fuck that shit. I mean, sure, I'm not going to be to the point where I'm just can't do what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not from that generation. I'm not from that world, I mean, that's just not me. I can be completely sober and play. I can be completely fucked up and play. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. There's some there's some good times out there around the Huntsville area, and we certainly had our share as well, and it can get interesting. It definitely can get interesting, So, but yeah. So what's uh I guess performance wise, you have anything like lined up that you want to kind of put out there? Any shows lined up that you guys are getting into, or
We were trying to really lay off the shows a good bit to just focus on getting the stuff
the
ready
recording?
to
Okay,
work on.
yeah,
We
yeah,
had a few things fell in our lap, like that little rockabilly prom. I mean, we're not even a rockabilly band. We're rockabilly in the sense of the very, very early origins of rockabilly, when it was just trashed out fucking hillbillies drinking whiskey and banging around. Yeah, hassle and all that. Yeah, we'd do that. So we kind of will take care of that kind of stuff here locally. And then we're literally just trying to just focus on recording. Uh, we are supposed to open for Cancer Slugs here. I mean, Alex, my buddy. I mean, I love Cancer Slug a lot. Their first show of their new tour is, I think, in Cookeville, Tennessee, later in May.
Oh,
So
cool, yeah.
we've played with them a bunch of times, so that hasn't been announced. But yeah, we're opening for them because it's like that's the first show with this new lineup. So I mean, I'm going to be there anyway. It'd be an honor to just play with them because we've done a lot of crazy shows with them over the years. But that's it. We've had people. We have a lot of things that's been talked to or presented to, but nothing that we pulled the trigger on. It literally just depends on how much fun will it be. I mean,
hmm
how much is it gonna interfere with the fact that we're trying to get all that stuff recorded? Because it literally means, all right, for a couple of weeks here, we're gonna be doing something different. We're not gonna be all these new songs that they're writing out. We're gonna put them on hold. We're gonna go raise hell. So it's just a balancing act. But there's always other stuff that's further down the road
Right.
that probably will happen maybe by the end of the year, maybe not. I mean, I don't lose sleep about any of it. Just day at a time, see what happens. So I'm really just most excited about recording, right now, just getting some of the new stuff done. I mean, really depending on what you've done in bands or what you like. I mean, to me, the whole process of writing, recording, creating stuff, that's what it's all about. That's one of the things. You're creating something, you're making something it's not doing, it's almost like magic. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing. If you just stopped at any point while you're playing it, it's over. It's done. So it's like it's almost like modern day magical stuff that you're doing when you're creating, live music or rock and roll, in my opinion. And so to me, that's really fun. And I get to be like the ringmaster, the village idiot I'm right up front. So,
I'll definitely give you the ringmaster. You're definitely take control up there. It's fun. It's fun to watch. It's definitely fun to watch.
Definitely, because from what I've seen, I'll agree with the ringmaster.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's a lot more fun in person. And also, like you mentioned, like some of the sizes, I don't give a fuck how many people are there. I mean, we played at shows where there's been thousands or more, and we played at shows where there's been 10 or 15 people. It's the same show, man. I don't care. I just look at it. If you're there, we're here. Let's go. I mean,
let's go.
Let's have fun. I remember one time, man. This was like, golly, a long time ago. I don't know how familiar you are with some of the noise rock stuff, but you might be from that area. I liked Unsane a lot. I guess they're from somewhere up in New York. And they were on tour in the mid '80s with Today Is the Day. Who else was in? Man, it was a bunch of just total fucking noise core bands. And I went and saw them in Atlanta, and there was 5 people there.
Holy shit!
The Masquerade, the big stage. There's nobody there. It's a weekday, but it's like I was like, I'm sorry, but I drove 4 hours to get here. I love this. And the bands didn't act like they cared at all. So to me, that's where my head's at. Like it doesn't matter. I mean, if you don't know what somebody went through to just come to see you. Like what I did.
Right.
Then.
Right.
I mean, I didn't have the nerve to go up and talk to them. So what am I supposed to say? You know what I mean? But everybody rocked. Today Is the Day, man. They fucking ruled, man. But it was like that was just a great show. I mean, and to me, that's just a typical example. Like, what's the big deal about how many people's there? Look at the people that are there. They're there. I mean, they're really there. It's up to you what you make of that. Are you gonna make it worth their time? Or are you gonna make them say, oh, they thought that nobody was there, so they didn't even fucking care, play for me, man? I mean, like I couldn't possibly do that. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to bring it, no matter what size crowd. You give them your best anyway. and it sometimes it turns into, hey, we went and saw the Go-Go Killers. There was 50 people there, but they kicked ass, and then word of mouth starts spreading. Like anything else, the next show they're bringing more people in, say, hey,
Right.
that's kind of how the thing works. But yeah, we kind of the same feel. I think I agree that smaller venues you can really kick ass, even though there's not a lot of people there. And I've jumped off stage plenty of times, and put my guitar in somebody's face and just really gave it to them, whatever. And they love it. They go crazy. And but you guys, I mean, every time I've seen you play, no matter what venue it was, it's the same energy. Whether you're at Mars or the smaller venues or whatever, it's the same energy. So that part you'll never. If you go see the Go-Go Killers play, you're gonna get that same vibe no matter where it is. But you guys definitely bring that same punch to every single show. And so it's just, I guess some people, like you kind of said, some people are like, well, if I don't have 1,000 people and all the lights and this, that, and the other, whatever, they feel like, well, why bother? There's some people that cycle through Huntsville, mid-level acts, and then something happened or whatever, either whatever it was, and they just refused to do it, and they took their reserve and hauled butt. I ain't playing this, or I ain't playing here, or we ain't doing this. Or you're that big, you know what I mean? It's like there's some kid who might have driven 100 miles, come see
that kid. You probably were too at some point. You probably were too, Henry. All of us were.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, to go see this artist play, and they're like, nah, fuck it, we're not gonna do it. Nah, it's not right. I'm not feeling the vibe. What vibe? What about the poor guy who just spent his every penny from cutting grass to come over and freaking see you play?
Right.
So
let's turn it on loud. Let's go.
Let's go. You give it to him. Here you go. You three guys sit right there. We're gonna give it to you. That's my interpretation of how you guys present yourselves. No matter what, who, when, where, how, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get Go-Go killed. No matter who's there, it's coming at you. And that's to me that's what makes bands like yours kind of stand apart. So you have to appreciate that. Well, if we can get Henry down here, we'll hook up a show or something, and he's got to experience the real deal.
Oh yeah.
So,
oh
yeah. Well, we're working on that. We're working on that.
Yeah.
So
we're working on planning a trip up there so I can go visit and check it out. And I'm looking forward to it. We're just, it just takes time to plan a trip like that, but I know it's going to be worth it. I know it'll be worth it.
Yep.
Well, let us know, man. Let Johnny know. We'll set something up for it.
Heck yeah.
Sounds good.
Heck
Good. Sounds like a plan.
We'll figure something out. So we're gonna do a quick little wrap up. So if we know where to find you guys, but if someone is going, where do I find the Go-Go Killers on social media? What do we do? How do we get there? What's the road we take?
Go to Go-Go Killers on Facebook. We have an Instagram page that we pretty much never use. Mm-hmm. We put shit on YouTube. We got a lot of stuff on Spotify. We have a Bandcamp page if you want to go buy T-shirts and stuff. And right now we got our shirts for just $10, man. We sell a pretty good bit of crap, just stuff, whatever things on Bandcamp for people that don't live around here. But I mean, we're accessible. We're not probably going to tour the country. I mean, just because of the cost involved with it. But if you're anywhere around the South, I mean, it's definitely doable. But we're right there on your screen. We're not that far. You can see us.
Yep,
it's not going to be the same as live, but you can listen to it.
Yeah.
You'll hear some pretty fucked up, nutty ass, crazy shit.
Look. Yeah. It's fun. It's good music. And when you see them, Henry, it's like everybody. The whole band looks like they're having a good time performing. So it's not like you always get that one person like staring at the wall playing like everybody has a good time. I mean, even Ben with the stand-up bass, he spins that damn thing, and I'm waiting for him to knock himself out one time or fall. But he spins the freaking bass. It's just there's so much stuff going on. So with that being said, give us your lineup so people we obviously know who you are. Who's your lineup?
Yeah,
Right
yeah. Well, we don't typically. I mean, to me, part of the fun too is like people like when I'm playing, like I'm not the normal person that I always am. I just feel like it's time to let the animal go. I've spent all this time building all this. Let's just let it all go. So that particular aspect of me is I just call it Alabama Sharp just to give it a name, or the Reverend Alabama Sharp. And Ben, he's called Action Man. He plays bass. He plays bass or stand-up bass. James Villarreal is Cud Youngblood. He plays guitar. He played bass with us for years. Travis has done such a good job. We almost let him pick his own name. It's like I gave him a bunch of potential names to pick from. Say, what do you like? What do you like? But like he's just kind of he's so cool and laid back in his own way. I guess he's just going to be like T Ravishing or T Ravishing Presley or just whatever he wants to call himself. Yeah, Travis.
Yeah.
But that's the gist of the band now, and we've been pretty solid for over a year or 2 years now, I guess.
Yeah.
Literally, Travis just kind of fell in our laps. We had another guy we were playing with, and he's off, with touring bands and stuff now, really making a living at it. Really good guy, but we had a show booked, and we didn't want to miss it because it was like a bigger thing in Nashville. And so Travis, he rehearsed with you guys, because he was playing with you too at the time. I can fill in and play it. So he filled in and played it, and he nailed it all, and then we just kept playing.
Yeah. Yeah. The Action Man and the T Ravish thing. Anna gave him those names when she made the cartoon characters out of all of us on our page.
Oh, really?
Cool. So I was like the Wolfman. I think Travis was like the wrapped up like the Mummy or something, and then I forgot what Ben was like the Frankenstein dude or something. But she made all these cartoon stuff. That's how that crap got started. So you're welcome. So it just worked out. She was not only a force to be reckoned with, but she had that creativity that and she had the time to sit down and do all this stuff. So but yeah. So that's definitely pretty cool. So, but look, we appreciate your time and to come on our show. Looking forward to hooking up with you guys and shooting the breeze and coming out and see you. And I'll probably bump into you at SMC or something down the road, I'm sure, and figure whatever out. And we'll definitely keep in touch with you guys. I talk to most of your band all the time anyway. So yeah. So I got to say, if you're in the area and you happen to catch a show, or you can catch a show with the Go-Go Killers, get up off your asses, people, and go have a good time. Turn your TV off for like 5 fucking minutes, get out of your house, and go see a show, and you will be I think you'll be a better person for it. You'll feel better. You release some of that energy. You go see a killer show. There's a lot of other cool bands out there too in this area that they all kind of a lot of them will group together and play, and just go have a good fucking time. Get out for a minute. Then you can go back to tweaking on your fucking computer all day long, whatever. But you get out of the house. I think that's an old school thing. And have a little sip of Elvis. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because when we were kids growing up, that was the thing. It was like, if it ain't fucking pouring rain or lightning, like, what are you doing? Get out of the house. Turn that shit off. Get out of the house. And you went out. I think we lost something in that translation. So, guys, all I got to say to the younger set or whatever is get out of the fucking house. Go see the Go-Go Killers. Go see some bands. Have some fun. Let off some steam, and you'll feel so much. You'll be energized to go see some live music. And I'm telling you, the Go-Go Killers will bring it every time. So I encourage everybody to come out and see them play. But man, we want to thank you so much for coming on our podcast and sharing some stories, and we'll keep in touch for sure. And we'll as things progress, albums come out, shows do whatever.
Definitely
hit us up, and we'll put it out there too.
It has been a pleasure, sir.
Yeah,
good seeing you.
Thank you very much.
Good seeing you as well.
Being on our show. And with that, we will see you
my pleasure.
in the next video.